Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Late Night at SRU. I'm your host, Michael Johnson. We have a very special show for you planned tonight, from the term potato to promoting the student voice. We'll be bringing you some interesting content this evening, including our special guest, the Rocket's very own assistant news editor, Chris Gordan. He's the assistant news editor for the newspaper, The Rocket, and a public relations major. Please welcome Chris Gordan. Thank you very much, Chris, for joining us. Really appreciate it.
No problem.
It was a little abrupt there, but we'll run through it. So Chris, you are the assistant editor for the news portion of The Rocket, correct?
Correct, yeah.
I noticed that you recently won an award, did you not? You placed?
Yeah, I won third place in digital news writing at the Columbia Scholastic Journalism Association.
That's wonderful. The article you wrote. Now, excuse me. How do you win such an award?
Well, our faculty advisor, Dr. Zeltner, he selects articles that he feels that we've done a good job on, and then he submits those for us. So it was actually kind of a surprise to me. I was not even aware he submitted the award, but I mean, it was a pleasant one. I'd say a pleasant surprise.
That's wonderful. Now I know that you guys do a lot of good work. I see you in the Rocket office all the time.
Oh yeah, I camp out there all day.
So I guess my question is, how official is the title assistant? If I see you doing a lot of the work. I see 50%, 75%.
Well, don't get me wrong. Our news editor does just as much work, if not more, as I do. It's kind of dependent on how much work that she shares with me, and she's been in a position where she's kind of shared a lot of the work with me. So we're fairly equal, I'd say.
You have a good standing relationship with.
Oh, definitely.
With Janelle.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, being a representative of one of the stronger, actually, I would say, even argue, one of the strongest media outlets here on campus, The Rocket. For WSRU TV, I know that we're viewed here as the lowest of the totem pole a little bit. I mean, granted, the totem pole is only three tiers high with WSRU FM. But when I first came into this university as a transfer student, and I first got involved with the broadcast station, I had heard that there was a bad reputation, a bad relationship, so to speak, between all of the medias. Do you think that this is true?
I feel that may be more of a myth than anything. I've never had any bad feelings personally towards WSRU TV. I've really never heard that. I'm surprised you mentioned that.
So this is news to you?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay. No, wonderful. These are all just whispers, and I'm sure as a fellow reporter, someone who appreciates and values honesty and, people's right to free speech, you kind of follow any lead and anything that you hear through the grapevine.
Oh, of course.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, of course I had to ask. But that's wonderful. That's great. So something about the Rocket, too, is you've been moving a little bit more digital.
Yeah.
Your paper sales, I mean, let's just face it, it's not, I don't want to say it's a dying medium, but I mean, even here at the broadcast station, we're finding our YouTube channel barely getting views. How many people would you say that you get, on a weekly basis, roughly?
As far as views go?
Right, views, digital downloads.
Well, it really depends on the story. I've had stories that I've written get 5 shares, and then I've had other stories that I've written get over 1,000. It really depends on the content of the story, and unfortunately, Slippery Rock isn't a place where too much exciting news happens.
No, I don't believe that for a second. News happens here at SRU. You just have to dig deep, right?
Oh, okay. Right? But yeah, you know, sometimes if it's something exciting, people have some sort of tie to, they'll get excited about it, they'll share it, a lot of people will view it, but if it's something like, I don't know an example off the top of my head, but if it's something a little more low-key, people might not be too enthused about it.
Right. No, I get that. So, I mean, I'm sure that you probably share in the sentiment that any view that you get, you're like, someone viewed my page, someone viewed my work.
Yeah.
Well, something else
My work is validated.
Yes, absolutely. It's someone out there appreciates it, even if it was by mistake.
Yeah.
Someone appreciates it.
Accidentally clicked on that.
So I guess one other feature that you guys have on your online edition is, if you go to the Rocket, it's wsru.edu/the Rocket. You can go on their website and you can actually see a segment called Meet the Staff. And we actually have we have an image here, a few images of the Rocket, and here we have you on the middle of the page with your assistant. I actually did a little bit of research on my own, so me being curious, I clicked on the link and found your page. Now, what intrigued me was actually the second sentence, is that you can, actually I'm just going to ask you, how do you spell definitely?
Oh man, I rely on autocorrect
Yes?
a lot for this. I'm going to say DEFINETLY. Am I correct that time?
No. Okay, we have it actually here up on the screen, but DEFINITE.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So.
Well, hey, I wasn't lying in the bio.
I guess not. I was gonna.
Yeah.
I guess I was kind of questioning your authenticity here, as far as you spelled it correctly there, but as you said, it was probably
I wouldn't
done.
spell it incorrectly on my own page.
That's true. I mean, worse things have happened. Being communication majors, we make mistakes all the time.
Absolutely.
Correct? So, no, I understand that. So, speaking about going digital, about using the interweb, as I suppose I would say, social media applications, not only whether you use it for your professional career with the Rocket, or in your personal life. I've noticed that you are an accolade. An acolyte. You definitely use. You have a following. Now, of all the social media applications that you use, what could you say is your favorite?
I really enjoy Snapchat because I don't know, all the goofy filters, and I really like reversing the camera and like putting those filters on other people as well, without them knowing most of the time, in all honesty.
So this is a form of journalism photojournalism that you.
That.
A little derogatory, a little bit more derogatory.
Yeah.
I see.
And then I really enjoy Twitter too, just because, if I'm thinking about something, it's kind of the place you go where you just want to say something, but it's not worth bringing up in conversation or worth posting anywhere else. That's how I kind of view Twitter.
So have you ever posted anything where, say, it was something embarrassing or something that might hold some weight, but then met with someone and that they saw it, and you just never discussed that point at all?
I tend to be somebody that if I will post something, it's not something I'm afraid to talk about. I'll talk about anything I post.
Wonderful. No, you are a man of your word. I can appreciate that. Well, speaking on the lighter side of things, I suppose, and it's a double-edged sword with social media. Anything that you post out there, it might be your opinion, but you have to also be, as you said, you can't be afraid to speak about what you post.
Yeah.
You can't be afraid to hide behind your words, or in this instance with Snapchat, your images. So we actually have a few images here for you that we were able to capture. Thank you to the proud people here at Instagram, and Twitter and Snapchat. So what can you express about what was going through your mind in this photograph? It clearly looks like you.
What was going through my mind was, oh, I look like an eggplant here. We'll just throw that right up on Snapchat.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. It's funny you say an eggplant. I'm sorry, but what is this? Is this a filter? I'm
Yeah,
new
it's
to this. I'm new to
No,
this.
that's actually me. That's without all the makeup.
I can tell. And I know in our discussions, you say, how many products do you use? And I mean, your hair is wonderful.
Oh,
Your hair is just, I aspire to be as good looking, if not better looking than you,
Oh,
sir.
okay.
But I do, no, actually, I really do. I love your hair. Now, how many products do you use?
Like 4.
You say that so reluctantly.
I don't know. I know it's like, kind of like, I don't know. I care too much about it, but like, I don't know.
Hey, personal grooming, there's nothing wrong with it. Can you express a little bit of the process that you go through?
Oh God. Well, like I use a heat protection spray if I blow dry, and then I use gel, pomade, and hairspray.
Now, do you find any of these products, do they damage? Is it damaging?
No, I mean honestly, like so long as you just take good care of your hair in general, you're good to go.
Okay, okay. Well, moving on, we have another photo here. Thank you for sharing. I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Now, I was with you this day.
That's true.
We were down in Pittsburgh.
The Church Brew Works.
At the Church Brew Works for this.
Yeah.
Now, I believe this was taken by Emily Brown.
Yeah, Emily.
Emily Brown? Well, what is this attire that you're wearing here?
I can't quite see it. I believe I was just. Yeah, I can't see that picture.
It's okay. It's okay. I guess, but I guess what you're wearing it really didn't catch my eye. But the stance. What is that?
Oh
stance?
yeah, the stance.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm a goofy person. I'll goof around if I'm with friends. You know.
So we are in fact friends.
Oh yeah, I consider you a friend. Yeah.
Great. We have another photo here for you.
Oh wow, that's an old one, I think.
Wait, what is? Oh, so yeah, this photo was found on Instagram from our friend Emily Brown. That face, I believe, in the lower left-hand corner, it speaks to me. What is it saying to our viewing audience here?
It just says that like I'm just a pretty easygoing person when I'm around my friends, and I'm not afraid to be ugly, I guess.
Okay. Now,
Don't be afraid of your ugly side. Embrace it.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because the fact that you're with Emily. Earlier, we had a segment with potatoes, and this is a new term for me, but I know that Emily drops that term. And now what I've come to learn is that a potato is supposed to be referring to yourself or someone else's ugliness. You've heard Emily talk about this. What are your thoughts?
Well, first of all, she doesn't say potato. She says a potato with a B, like B-A-T.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. And then, I don't know, it's just kind of like, hey, like, I know I'm just like kind of lumping around today. Like, you know, I know I'm like, you know, I got like 5 chins going on right now, and like I'm just, you know.
Have you ever felt like a potato?
Oh, of course. I think we all have.
Fair enough. Have you ever used the term in a derogatory sense?
Probably around Emily.
Emily? Okay. MEB, we got you. All right. So, and I know we mentioned earlier, although it's not viewed as photojournalism per se, you have an eye for capturing moments. Especially on Snapchat, which I believe there was one moment just last night where we were out having a drink, and you captured this moment here on film. So what can you tell me about this photo? Oh, I'm sorry. Can we go back? No, actually, yeah. All right, what can you say about this photo first?
I can say that was a beautiful filter that Snapchat had available, and it really helped me embrace my inner hog.
Your inner hog, okay. I think that you're just hamming around. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's bad. That's bad. I realize that. The other two photos were actually forgive me. These two shots were the shots that were brought out tonight. Last night. But we have two shots from the evening's partake. Now, what it says there, can you read the text?
When you Michael Johnson AF.
What is that supposed to mean? I mean, I don't even know what that means.
It means just about nothing.
Nothing? Nothing?
It's something to throw in there, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah.
We have one more photo actually of this very same evening. What is this? I had no idea that this
when
was
you
going
waiting on the bartender.
Right, but the finger up, is it just calling the attention?
Yes, and I understand that is not the way that your hand would naturally be in that position, but that was the best emoji that I had at my disposal.
Hey, props to you. You know what? It was accurate. I was waiting. I was waiting for the call.
You know that.
Right. Now, would you recommend another emoji or anything else to try and wave down the bartender for all of you, those over 21?
What I personally do is I just have my wallet kind of
You
ready.
do the simple
be
flash.
like, hey, I'm ready to pay.
Just one of these.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, I see.
Come over here and get your money. You know.
Okay. Well, I think that just about does it for this evening. Back with our weekly segment, How to SRU. We have Matt Carlson.
What's going on, SRU? I'm Matt Carlson, and on this week's episode of How to SRU, we're going to be teaching you 3 easy steps on how to avoid the freshman 15. Let's get to it. Okay, guys, our first piece of advice is to walk around campus instead of taking the bus. Taking the bus is a lazier alternative to getting around, especially on SRU, where everything is within walking distance. Every day is leg day here at SRU. Alright guys, I'm here with my roommate Zach. He's waiting for the bus. I'm going to ask him a few questions. Zach, why are you taking the bus today?
It's cold outside.
Alright, that's fair enough. But, how often do you take the bus as opposed to walking to your classes?
Roughly 72.
72, that's an interesting answer. Wasn't expecting that. Alright, well did you know, Zach, that you could possibly burn up to 40 calories just by walking to the quad from here?
I did not know that. Why are you telling me this, Matt?
Well, I just thought you could lose the freshman 15 or something like that.
You think I'm fat?
No, that's no, just saying, a little exercise can hurt.
I'm done with this.
So we're here outside of Boozle Dining Hall. We all know about SRU's wide variety of food options around campus, but we're here today to take a look at the healthier alternatives to help improve your diet. Let's take a look. Usually, I settle for about 6 brownies per meal, but this time I chose to go with 4. And the ice cream, you might ask? Well, ice cream is of dairy. It's healthy for you. It's got milk in it. It's good for your bones. All right, so on our last stop here, we're going to be stopping off in the ARC gym. I'm going to be going through some basic workouts and exercises to help lose that freshman 15. Guys, don't be afraid to come out to the ARC and bowl out just like I was. There's plenty of opportunities to stay fit and stay healthy around here at SRU. All right, guys, I just finished running about 50 laps around this track. I can't emphasize enough how much the ARC helps in trying to lose the freshman 15. Well, that about concludes it for this week's episode of How to SRU. If you follow these 3 simple steps, then you're sure to lose the freshman 15 in no time. I'm Matt Carlson. Back to you guys in the studio.
Chris, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It was lovely speaking with you. I just want to say that does it for tonight's show. Thank you for joining us. We hope that you come back again. Stay classy, SRU. Have a good evening.